Is silver the best retirement savings account that you could have? Is silver the best way to ensure that when you are ready to retire, that you're not going to be um, eating dog food, eating cat food, sleeping on the street? Um, because we need to have some kind of financial security for when we retire. Now, for silver, for a lot of people, maybe this is not a retirement savings account. Maybe this is just a hobby to you. Maybe it is something that you just want to pass down from generation to generation. It could be just you could be just a collector and not in it for retirement or anything like that. But for those of us who are in it for retirement, because I am partially in this for some kind of retirement, maybe an early retirement. Because let's face it, I don't want to work forever. I would like to retire at an earlier age and try to enjoy life and not have to get up, every single morning and have to make that commute into work. Um, so this is partially why I do it. Now let's talk about, is silver good, a good plan for retirement? Now keep in mind, this is not financial advice. We're just having a discussion, and at the end of the day, it's up to every individual to decide if this is right for them or not. All right, so when we retire, what do we usually use? What kind of money are we depending on for retirement? Since 1935, I believe it was President Roosevelt in 1935 who signed into law Social Security. And we have been paying in, everybody who's had a job legally in the United States, who has been paying taxes, has been paying into Social Security. Social Security has been rumored since I can remember that it's going away. It's not going to be here. I think the latest I've heard is it's going to be gone by, what is this, 2019, by 2029. Social Security is going to be gone. I don't know if it's going to be gone. I don't know if it's going to be here for when I retire, for when you retire. I don't know if it's going to be here tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now, or 50 years from now. But I don't want to have to just depend on something like that. Then we have our 401ks. Those of us who live in the United States, again, who have jobs and who pay into a 401k. I personally pay into a 401k. My employer gives me a certain amount each paycheck in a match for my 401k. So that's free money. So I do pay into a 401k. Now, here's what we don't know. We don't know if they're going to somehow try to steal that money out of our 401k. I mean, is it possible? Is it something that I think is going to happen? Probably not. But how about the tax rate on that 401k? Because when you put money into your 401k, you're not getting taxed on it. But when you are ready to retire, at that point, that money is going to be taxed. What is that tax rate going to look like? That's my concern about a 401k. I do believe in staying diversified. So I do diversify into um, sometimes the stock market on a personal level. I'll invest. Right now, I'm not in the stock market. I am in the stock market in a sense in my 401k, but that's through my employer. That's a different thing. But um, I don't know what, when we are ready to retire, I don't know what that tax rate is going to be. Could it be a tax rate of 90%, 80%, 70%? How much is that money going to be taxed? Um, which I think is a big, thing with, you know, uh, the liberal agenda and spend, 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 spend free everything, free college, free this and free that, because at the end of the day, all this free stuff is going to come back, and who's going to be paying for it? That's the taxpayers. So, which is why I don't want, this big whole, socialism thing in the United States, because I don't want it to come back to the taxpayers. So, what is, I think that's the biggest thing right now, is my concern is how much is that 401k going to be taxed when we are all ready to retire. So, I don't think I can just depend on a 401k. So, that is why, let's open up some of these tubes of American Silver Eagles. Look at this shiny tube of American Silver Eagles. The silver market, the gold market, they all go up, they all go down. We're seeing right now silver is on its way up. Hey, look at this. This was a fresh tube. I just popped this one open for the first time. This is a tube of 2018 American Silver Eagles. 2018 American Silver Eagles. Why don't we take the glove out and take some of this silver out? Why don't we play with some of this silver? Every now and then you gotta take the silver out and play with it, huh? All right, let's see. So, is silver a good bet for your retirement? Is gold something that's going to be good for your retirement? I mean, unfortunately, none of us have the crystal balls. None of us have a crystal ball. None of us can really see into the future. But what I am betting my money on is being diversified. Being diversified into precious metals. Being diversified into my 401k. And then you can also hope that possibly you'll have Social Security and cash. And that's why I've been talking, for some time now about making sure, not just in silver, not just in gold, not just in stocks, not just in things that we may consider investments or stuff that we might put our money into for wealth preservation, but we also have to be diversified into cash. Because a lot of people say, silver is the most important, gold is the most important. Well, I think right now, the most important, while we all have jobs and, things are good, is paying off debt, paying your bills. And that's probably the number one key to all of this, is making sure somehow that we have the least amount of debt as possible, and then diversifying into, and having enough cash, saved up for emergencies, and in case we lose our jobs, and in case there's a life-changing scenario, such as, job loss, you get laid off, whatever. We need to have cash. Silver, I think, is a great, silver, gold, precious metals, I think is, in my opinion, is a great way to preserve wealth, whether it be silver or gold. But we can't forget that cash is how the United States runs. It runs on fiat. It runs on government, the U.S. dollar, the USD. That's how we pay our bills. That's how we live from day to day. In order to be able to spend silver to pay for things, we have to sell it first. And I would rather not have to sell my silver. I would rather be able to accumulate silver and spend fiat, but we have to have enough of it saved up first. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know, is silver, is gold, what is your opinion? Is it the best retirement savings plan that we could have? Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to keep stacking. Thanks a lot, everybody. Talk to you on my next video.